The grim twilight of Anaxes hung heavy over the Republic lines, painting the ravaged landscape in shades of despair. The air itself seemed to vibrate with the ceaseless thrum of blaster fire and the groaning metal of collapsing structures. General Mace Windu, his face a mask of resolute concentration, surveyed the unfolding disaster from his command post. The Separatist forces, under the command of the brilliant, calculating Admiral Trench, were systematically dismantling the Republic's defenses, piece by agonizing piece. The 187th Battalion and elements of the 501st Legion, normally formidable, were faltering, pushed to the brink of defeat. Every Republic strategy, every counter-maneuver seemed to be anticipated, neutralized before it could even fully blossom. It was a stark, brutal reality. Admiral Trench was not merely winning, he was outthinking them at every turn, predicting their moves with an unnerving accuracy that bordered on prescience. The Republic's losses were mounting rapidly, and the morale, despite the steadfastness of the clones, was beginning to fray. Windu, a Jedi Master renowned for his strategic acumen and battlefield presence, felt the weight of Anaxes pressing down on him. He had seen countless battles, faced impossible odds, but this felt different. It was as if their very essence, their tactical DNA, was being used against them. In the midst of this deepening crisis, a voice of quiet yet firm conviction emerged from the ranks. Captain Rex, the seasoned and acutely perceptive commander of the 501st, approached General Windu with an unusual theory. Rex had observed the droids' patterns, their uncanny ability to counter Republic tactics. He had seen their almost mechanical precision in anticipating where the clone forces would strike next, how they would react, what their fallback positions would be. And as he watched, a chilling realization began to form in his mind. "General," Rex began, his voice steady despite the chaos around them, "I believe Admiral Trench isn't just guessing. I think he's using an algorithm." He paused, allowing the gravity of his words to sink in. "An algorithm, General, based on our own strategies, my own strategies, perhaps even the General Republic command patterns. It's like they've analyzed our combat data, fed it into their systems, and are predicting our every move before we even make it." It was a bold claim, a theory that might seem outlandish to some, especially coming from a clone trooper. But Mace Windu was not just any general. He was a leader who understood the unique insights that could come from those on the front lines, those who lived and breathed the rhythm of battle. He looked at Rex, at the conviction in his eyes, at the detailed analysis that had clearly gone into this hypothesis. Windu knew Rex's capabilities, his sharp mind, and his unparalleled experience. There was no arrogance in Rex's assessment, only a profound, logical deduction. This was a pivotal moment. The Republic was losing, conventional tactics had failed, and here was an unconventional solution, born not of grand strategy, but of intimate, ground-level observation. Windu considered the implications. If Rex was right, then Trench's tactical brilliance wasn't purely intuitive, it was augmented by a predictive system. And if that system could be neutralized, the tide could turn. Trusting his clone commander implicitly and demonstrating a remarkable adaptability that set him apart, Windu made a decision that would define the battle. He authorized Rex to lead a small, elite squad behind enemy lines. Their mission, to infiltrate the Separatist cyber center, the very heart of Trench's predictive network, and disrupt the algorithm that was suffocating the Republic's forces. It was a high-stakes gamble, a desperate measure born of dire circumstances, but Windu had faith. He understood that true leadership sometimes meant empowering others to take the bold, unconventional path, especially when all others had led to dead ends. Rex and his hand-picked team moved with the silent efficiency of ghosts, navigating the treacherous Anaxes landscape under the cloak of night. Every shadow held a potential threat, every turn a new danger. But the mission was clear: reach the cyber center, bypass its defenses, and sever the nerve center of Trench's tactical advantage. The success of the entire Anaxes campaign,
perhaps even the lives of countless Republic soldiers, hinged on their stealth and their precision. The infiltration was fraught with tension, a ballet of calculated risks and split-second decisions. But Rex, true to Windu's faith, led his team flawlessly. They breached the Cyber Center, found the core of the Separatist tactical data stream, and initiated the disruption. The effect was not immediate, not a sudden explosion or a grand declaration, but a subtle yet profound shift. Back on the front lines, the change was almost imperceptible at first. Separatist droid movements, once fluid and anticipating, became hesitant, less coordinated. Their reactions to Republic maneuvers were slower, no longer perfectly counter-timed. The uncanny prescience that had plagued the Republic forces evaporated, replaced by a more conventional, albeit still formidable enemy. The Republic forces, particularly the 187th and 501st, felt the shift almost instinctively. The crushing psychological burden of being outmaneuvered at every turn began to lift. With the algorithm disrupted, Admiral Trench's tactical genius, while still formidable, was suddenly blindfolded. The Republic forces, now fighting on a more even playing field, could leverage their own strengths, their own adaptability, without being undermined by a predictive ghost. The tide of the battle began to turn, slowly at first, then with increasing momentum. The Republic went from defending desperately to launching effective counterattacks, pushing back the Separatist advance and eventually securing a hard-fought victory on Anaxes. This wasn't just a battle won, it was a testament to extraordinary leadership. Mace Windu's willingness to listen, to trust a subordinate's unique insight, and to take a profound gamble in the face of overwhelming odds ultimately changed the course of the war on Anaxes. It highlighted his adaptability as a leader, his deep faith in Captain Rex, and the understanding that sometimes the most brilliant strategies come not from rigid adherence to doctrine, but from an open mind and a courageous willingness to challenge conventional wisdom. It was a powerful reminder that even in the most dire circumstances, trust and adaptability can be the most potent weapons of all. We'd love to hear your thoughts on this pivotal moment in the Clone Wars. What do you think this event reveals about Mace Windu's leadership, or the unique bond between Jedi and clone? Share your insights in the comments below, and if you enjoyed this story, be sure to subscribe for more journeys into the galaxy far, far away.